Alright, I'm going to show you this stuff here and show you some of the samples I have and some of the reason I think I'm qualified to talk to this. And all I've been getting from everybody is, oh, who is this guy? He's just bragging. He's just a guy on a mission of thinking he's so smart. Well, that's not true. This is absolutely factually proven. I have three DNA tests, 100% proven, 7 CAT scans, expert anatomists, lab analysis, chemistry, recreation of the mud fossilization process in the lab. It's unimpeachable evidence that has to be considered for scrutiny. This is what came out from that lung that's over there on the left. Now, I'm going to point out a couple things and then I'm going to go in a little closer and show you why I feel that I'm reasonably qualified to speak to this. That gushed that blood. This is another lung, 100% DNA tested, it's human. Solid as a rock, and that is loaded with blood, and I'll show you closer up in a second. Rocks with veins, giant human fingertip DNA tested, same thing here. Vein and artery sticking out of it. Blood supplies blew out the side. Totally understood. If you know the anatomy, you understand the death process, you understand the chemistry, you understand veins and arteries, you understand vascular networks within inside of tissues, you understand all of the processes and the plagioclases and tendon enthesis points and all of the mineralization of the different transitions of tendons, and tendons are made of fibers, of collagens and keratins that are virtually indestructible. They last almost forever if they are preserved in the correct manner, in a wet manner. This is nothing, I mean, I've been doing this for a long, long time. I'm not making this stuff up. Now, I'm going to go a little closer and show you my chemistry background, because that plays into this huge. Because everything you there was breathing oxygen. You don't, and you go back to your backyard, an exact same thing you have there. Pick up any rock and you're going to find a vein and an artery if you know what to look for. Veins will be dark, arteries will be light, or blown out, or a red color, because it's the two different oxygen levels. One has 3 oxygens, one has 2 attached to the metals. Now, anyway, it's fully understood. I have 175 videos on this. It's time to just pay attention. All right, so I'm going to show you this a little closer up. I'm showing you this so that because I've been getting a lot of criticism that I'm just running off at the mouth as some silly guy. I think I can talk to this because I have more breadth of research than anybody out there. Everybody wants to do, oh, I do this on, I called one, I don't know, our anthropologist, somebody, and they said, I only go from 1847 to 1862. I don't know anything about anything else. I said, yay. Anyway, that's the kind of articulation these people want to put on things, and they have no clue. They don't know anything about anything because they don't know anything about the beginning. You can't get to the end unless you start from the beginning. They never got to the beginning. It's not dead rock, it's not dust floating around space, it has nothing to do with that. This is life. Every single particulate on the face of this earth is a product of biological life, case closed. Comets, life. Asteroids, meteors, well, meteors for sure, life. Asteroids, why not? Everything that I can see is life. Astronauts go out in outer space, they say it smells like steak. It smells like burnt steak. I know also at Comet 67P, every single structure of a tendon enthesis is, nobody can discuss that with me factually and disagree. Impossible. Next case is the streaming effect shown by the meteors in space, which is this, comet, which is the trails and so forth they never could figure out. You know what it is? It's burning steak in outer space that can't combust because there's no oxygen. It shoots off vapors just like it does in my barbecue grill. I throw a steak on there, but only I got oxygen. Out there's no oxygen, and it's moving in a lightly atmosphered space. So it sort of trails away, but you can see they shoot from the side to the front. They shoot out the front. It's vaporizing because it's cooking. just can't burn. I think everything that I can think of has been solved by the fact that there is life that spews on every single thing there is, and it always did. There's no Big Bang. There's no, none of that stuff is possible if you buy into the fact that it's all life, and if you don't buy into the fact that it's all life, I can't see that you're even in the same universe I'm in. I'm in another universe than anybody else on the whole planet, because I know that everything that I touch and everything there is and everything there ever was breathed oxygen, did something, it was alive, the earth is alive. There's no question about these things. All you got to do is look at them. If it's ignored, you're just ignorant. If you look at it, well, then let's talk about what factually you see. Not, oh, this guy's a moron, he's a fool, look at him, he's just running with the mouth. I never had one single factual disagreement with what I'm saying, not one, zero. Because there is no way you can disagree with it. I have chemistry, I have the DNA, I have everything. So I suspect that sooner or later somebody will look at it, but I can't guarantee that because it's been years now, and boy, that wall is as hard as it was in Berlin. Science, tear down that wall. All right, this is some of the papers I did like years and years and years ago. I mean, a lot longer than I'd like to admit. But anyway, this is like chelation. This is like sequestration of metals and so forth. And I mean, I used to go really, really deep. I haven't done this for years, but I tell you, I was pretty proud of the stuff I did. I worked hard at this stuff, and I did it, and I liked it. And I didn't do it just so that I could go out and write a book and make money or something. But I am going to write a book because nobody will listen to me. So, you know, everybody seems to want to read stuff. I put 175 videos up there. I put it all up online. I'm taking it all down because it's I'm done trying to do this. It doesn't work. But I'm not a fool. I have all the evidence. I have, you know, this. I used to be able to calculate all the temperature variations when you add ions back and forth and things heat up. You ever put in concrete? You throw a little water in there to some powder, and all of a sudden you boil your soup in there. And that's what they used to do when when they were working on the job sites. I'm telling you, chemistry, if you don't know the quantum, and if you don't understand bonding, and if you don't understand molecular interactions, atomic reactions, all of that stuff, you're literally lost. You have no clue as to how things work. When I look at something, I see it as molecules. I don't see like a big of this and a big of that, and, you know, trees and a forest. I see molecules, I see atoms. And if you don't see them that way, then you really don't understand what's going on, because that is the nature of life. And I am going to, in my book or online or somewhere, I'm going to have to train people on what this is about, because they just don't understand. This is all a product of life. This is things hooking up together. And in outer space, the same thing. There's no dirt and dust. There's no Big Bang. There's none of that stuff. Just, you know, I'm going to have the book and you see what you think. But I can tell you for a fact, what I'm telling you is a fact. And everything I'm showing you here has been verified and true. And this, if you look on Mars, exact same stuff. You see that? That's the weave of muscle. That's not the weave of sedimentary rock. It has nothing to do with sedimentary rock. This weave is the weave of a tendon. As it comes in, it turns into stuff, and it goes off into your muscle fiber and so forth. So I have all that stuff. And this is a tendon enthesis point. You see that? That ball right there is an enthesis point. There was a strap came down here. This guy, I don't know whether this is an meteorite or what it was, or it just got in a fire, but it's obviously incinerated in some manner. Now, these are the spiky little plagiar places that go into they're in your bones, and they lock the tendons, and the strap comes back, and it goes off, and it hooks up to a muscle, and you pull yourself around with it. That's all there is to it.